think he has Storm yet. Oh, Storm did finish. Okay. So, loading in like 2, maybe 3 Templar. You only need 2. If you have a bunch of energy, 1 or 2 Templar does the trick. Oh man. Okay, Hero's losing another observer. He really needs to chrono one out. Okay, we have a huge engagement coming up. Big Psy Storms going down. Alright, now Hero needs to move his army away from the Banelings. Hero. Such a huge... Okay. Okay, I apologize. I had a phone text message at the worst time. Much apologies. Alright, so that engagement didn't go so well for our Zerg. His hive wasn't exactly done. Didn't have any hive tech out. And he just was sitting on his max layer army for so long that Hero just kind of eventually got a better mix of units. And the Zerg didn't do as much damage as he would like. And now the food counts are really in favor of Hero. It's going to take a while for our Zerg to remax because the hive units, they take a very long time to build. Ultras take over in game minute to complete. Getting Broodlords isn't exactly the fastest thing either. And we do see that our Zerg's going with the Ultraless tech. The only problem is you don't really want to spend all this money or spend all this food on more layer units. So when you lose a bunch of layer units like that, it really hurts you. And now we see Hero starting to spread his opponent out. We got some a big attack here that takes out the natural. We have some Warp Prism harass going in here while Zealots are in the main with an Archon. He's going to target down this Roach Horn. This will really hurt the Zerg's ability to just hit that R button to get that meaty refill that Zerg really depend on. We see the Warp Prism just getting away unscathed. Meanwhile, he took out the 4th base, even though F91 has a 5th base making, and the 3rd base didn't really take too much from it. He was able to get there in time to shoo away the Warp Prism. I don't know what all these units are doing back here, but they must be doing something important. And we see 2 more High Templar getting warped in here. I'm wondering if he's just going to save energy for more Storm or make an Archon. Most likely just save for Storm. Use that for some kind of harass later. And Hero has secured his 4th base. He's going to be transferring all of his probes. His natural's almost mined out. His main is basically mined out. Simulator's even about to run out. So he'll need this 5th base for sure. Zerg, on the other hand, also on 5 bases, but not near the saturation that Hero has. Oh, here we go. Now he's transferring his drones. Okay, so we have pretty even economies, but we see our Protoss player... Oh, Infestor. Careful. Oh, that's not good. Oh, if he can get a Storm on all these transferring drones, that'd be amazing. Oh, but that's such a clutch. He bungled right before he got fed back. Okay, now we have also have a huge attack coming in here on the 3rd base. He needs to be careful with these Ultralists coming in, and he's got about 5 Infestors with full energy. If he can get some good fungals, there's lots of Storm going down. Storm's not that great against the Roaches, though. He really doesn't need to be losing all these high expensive units, these High Templars. Storm didn't really do as much damage as he wanted it to. He should be taking these Stalkers and blinking them home and getting them out. But we do have Warp Prism harass coming in at the natural as well. This is great. He's going to catch all these Zerglings coming out one at a time. They're going to melt to these Zealots. If he had a little bit better targeting priority, he could be doing something more useful than killing gas geysers. But all this is buying him plenty of time to restock units. Hero's under no pressure at all. There's no Zerg red dots anywhere on his side of the map. However, the Zerg side of the map is full of blue dots. Be nice to see some pressure here at this base, but for right now, there's no operation at the 4th. His natural is not operating at all. This is F91's only base that is mining gas. He's not taking geysers here yet. We do have a bunch of Ultras and Infestors coming out for our Zerg player F91, but oh, okay, he finally notices that he has so many units sitting in his base. He could have really used these last battle. Oh, we have huge Storms taking out a lot of drones. That is really bad for F91. Is he going to lose his queen? His queen has full energy. That'd be so bad if he used it. He's microing it back. Oh, he gets one more inject off. Nice by F91. We have an Archon sitting next to a bunch of drones that don't exactly have much HP left. But Banelings come in and clean up these Zealots. A couple of Ultras should probably clean up this Archon. He'll stabilize just for a minute. But without much economy left, I don't know if our Zerg player can come back. He's basically dead at this point. Hero even taking a 6th base now. No pressure at all. Just sitting back, kicking back, relaxing, all cool. We have our Warp Prism here. This thing has been a pest. It has been all over the place, driving F91 crazy. Zealots everywhere, Archons, Storms. He hasn't had time to breathe. And we have a ton of Archons coming in. We even see an Immortal switch to deal with these Ultralisks that have been popping out. We see only a couple units coming out for our Zerg player. We've basically got no money left. Our Zerg has a 70 food deficit against Protoss. Hero looks like he's going to take this game. Any moment here I'd be expecting a GG. Really nice late game here from Hero. He's been using this Warp Prism a lot. If this had a kill count to account for everything he's warped in, it would be phenomenal. He's killed this base. He's killed lots of drones at this base. He didn't really harass this base. And there's our GG from our Zerg player. But like I was saying, this Warp Prism, there's also one over here just continually warping units into the main, while this one at the natural is poking here. He's just using the warp gate mechanic to spread Zerg out so thin. And this is the only attempt that F91's been able to really muster as far as offense in the last 10 minutes of this game. Even though it went on for 30 minutes, for the last 10 minutes, there was not a single red dot on Protoss' side of the map. After that initial push with the Zerglings and the Infestor clump, Protoss did lose much of his army. His Colossi got taken out. He lost all of his sentries, and he was left with maybe a small handful of Blink Stalkers. But once Protoss gets comfy on 3 bases and can hold an attack like that, knowing that his Zerg opponent hasn't been mining from his 3rd base for quite some time due to all those cannons, then you can safely sit back, make some units, you'll be fine, especially since you can just kind of put all your units in this area right here and you're guarding this base, your main and your 3rd. You just set up camp right here. Lovely OBS placement by Hero to check these back rocks to spot movement back there, and he just played it safe, got all his tech up, and then once he took his 3rd, he went on the offensive. 3 Warp Prisms from Hero, just spreading out Zerg everywhere and just slowly massing up a high-tech unit count here with some Archons, Colossi, and Storm. And while Zealots did all the dirty work keeping Zerg on this side of the map, made an army and eventually pushed out right into the heart of the Zerg, took out his 3rd, took out the 4th, Natural got shut down. It was a good game from there. Excellent play from Hero that game. Really, really nice way to deal with that Ling Infestor style that everybody's been seeing lately and talking about. And, well, that was fun. Let's go ahead and do another one. Here we go. Here we go. All right.